I said to myself, I must not build this foundation on lies. I had a meeting with him and I decided to tell him everything that the devil has deposited. And after saying everything to him, I asked him, please, I would want you to go home, think about this, and come back and give me feedback. Do you still want to forge ahead with this marriage plan?
Alright guys, please watch this video above.
Streams of joy, how will you shout? My name is Shalom Nnamdi. I am that young lady that the Lord has shown great mercy. Privileged to serve with meeters and greeters. I am here to testify of God's goodness because that's actually my promise to God. I say, Father, El-ROI, the God that sees me, if you keep to your own end of the bargain, I will return to share your goodness with the congregation on that same altar where you blessed me. And today, El-ROI have done it. So many years back, I have been believing God for marital settlement. To a lot of persons, this is not enough reason to testify, but to me, it's something huge. I've had series of disappointments, and the one that broke the camel's back was the one that happened in 2019, and it almost took my life. But to the glory of God, I am standing strong today, a better person. Fast forward to 2023, when El-ROI brought to me my odogu, my evidence. As at the time he came, I have testified here on this same altar last year. As at the time he came, I was battling with a lot of ailments, ovarian cysts, endometriosis, fibroid, ascites, umbilical hernia. I'm that lady that Papa will always mention. I don't know whom you are, but you menstruate through your navel, your umbilicus. I am that young lady. And El-ROI delivered me on this altar. And that is the same time when El-ROI brought him in 2023, November 6th to be precise. He walked up to me and told me, Shalom, I would want to marry you. And I looked at him and said, hello, are you serious? He said, yes. And we got talking, we got discussing. Along the line, I said to myself, I must not build this foundation on lies. I had a meeting with him and I decided to tell him everything that the devil has deposited. And after saying everything to him, I asked him, please, I would want you to go home, think about this, and come back and give me feedback. Do you still want to forge ahead with this marriage plan, or do you want to go back? He looked at me and said to me, there is nothing to think about. If I had married you 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years ago, as a whole being, and after 10 years, this negativity setting, will I leave you? I mean, no other conviction. At that very point, I knew this man was from El-ROI. I knew God truly brought this man, and indeed he is my evidence. And to the glory of God, as I already testified, El-ROI delivered me of all these sicknesses on this very altar, and I have testified last year. Then fast forward to this year, 2025, we began the marriage plan. On the 18th of April, 2025, we had our traditional marriage. And on the 5th of June, 2025, was our civil wedding. On the 14th of June, 2025, everything was concluded. El-ROI did it. Behold, my evidence. This altar gave it to me, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you so much, Papa. We love you. We celebrate you. The oil on your head will never run dry.
What God cannot do. Good afternoon, church. Good afternoon, Papa. I came from Lagos to share my testimony, and I just want everybody to know that God can be trusted. I got married 2020, and we decided to wait for a while. So 2021, we started the journey. I took in, had the first miscarriage. Second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Now, there's a striking thing that always happens when I'm pregnant. I always see a woman in my dream dressed in white with a guy. Then they'll bring an egg. I know them. they'll bring an egg in a bowl, then they will break the egg. And anytime the egg is being broken, I will have miscarriage. So it kept on happening for the 5th time. Now, so when I went for scan, they said it's fibroid. So I decided to do a fibroid surgery 2022. Within 2021 to 2022, I've already had the 5 miscarriages. So I did fibroid surgery July 2022. And after the fibroid surgery, I said, okay, yes, I'm done with fibroid surgery. There's nothing else. So I took in again October 2022. Okay, I was able to carry it to 3 months. Then I had a stillbirth December. Then when I was pregnant, that same period, I also saw the woman in my dream. She came with an egg dressed in white. I already know the road. There's the road in my village. So they will gather in that road at the entrance, and then at the beginning, then they will break the egg again. Now, after the stillbirth, so I was actually attending a physical church. I said no. They've already seen me pregnant for the first 3 months. I'm not going to any church again. So I started joining Streams of Joy online because I was already a member of Streams of Joy in school in Umuahia. I decided to focus online. So 2022, I started joining online. So now this is it. When I started joining online, I started trusting God. I told God, whether you do it or not, I'm going to stay here. So I joined Nsppd continuously. Now, there was a woman that testified in 2023. The woman said that before she had her baby, that during the January fast, she will always anoint each part that the baby will come out from, that the baby will nurture from. I said, oh, this is the wisdom. And I started doing my own. Anytime during the fast, I will anoint every part of my body that I know that the baby will come out from, my head, everywhere. Now, during the same 2023, there's a family friend, someone that is close to us that we respect, that told me 2023 that, okay, since people are church people have been trying, we can do it somehow, because I know he's not a child of God. He said, there's another way we can go about it. I said, okay, because I respect him, I couldn't do so. I said, sir, you can do what you want to do, but you already know our stand. So now I dropped the call the first time. He said, give me those first 3 months. I said, okay, it's fine. I dropped the call and I told God, I don't want to be pregnant these 3 months. Now, I was not pregnant. He called me, are you pregnant? I said, no, sir, I'm not. He said, okay, give me the next 3 months. I said, God, these 3 months, I'm not going to be pregnant, because I know where I want my testimony to come from, not from a dibia or anywhere. I want God to do it. So throughout 2023, because he was inside the conversation, I was not pregnant. Now, 2024 came. January fasting came. So Pastor Jerry now gave a word and said, okay, January fasting, we fasted. After the fast, I decided to, like I said, I was already on diversity medications and all that. So God, this 2024, I'm not going to be on any medication. Now, sorry to take it backward. December 2023, Pastor Jerry keeps sounding hormonal imbalance, because I can bleed for long and it is keep on bleeding. I have to take a medication to stop it. Now, Pastor Jerry gave a word from November 2023 to December, hormonal imbalance. So January, my hormones balanced. That was the first thing God did for me. My menstrual period, everything was flowing normal. I no longer need medication to stop it. Now, towards March 2024, Pastor Jerry gave a word, I don't know, second or third, so he said, there's someone here, God is leading you to fast for 7 days. I told God, I'm not the one, because I've been fasting. And I'm not going to fast on my birthday week. And that birthday week is 21st, is our anniversary. 23rd is my husband's birthday. 24th is my birthday. So the Holy Spirit said, you have to fast. I said, okay, if you know you want me to fast again, you have to tell Pastor Jerry to repeat it on third service. Now, third service, Pastor Jerry said, you have been given an instruction to fast for 7 days. So I now said, okay, this is my word. So throughout my birthday week, our anniversary, I fasted 6 to 6. Now on Thursday, which was our anniversary, the Holy Spirit said, I've heard you. So I took it off my mind and God has answered me. 31st March, I saw my period. I said, God, what is happening? The Holy Spirit said, this will be the last, you will see. Now, 2024, I told my husband, if I'm going to be pregnant this year, I'm going to give birth 25th December. And the pregnancy must fall in the way I was born 25th December. So, to the glory of God, I took in without knowing, because I was sick. I took leave from work. Then I went for a scan. They said I was already 6 weeks gone. So when I was seeing my period in March, I was already pregnant and I didn't know. That was the first miracle. Then another miracle God did us on my 4th month, because I don't usually pass the 1st month. The pregnancy have to be lost maybe within 1st week or 3rd month. So on my 4th month, the woman came again in my dream. Brethren, it was war. I fought in the dream with the woman. I took the egg from her in the dream. I broke the egg on the floor, and To the glory of God, I woke up. My husband was like, what's going on? I was sweating. I said, today, not today. This one must stay. This one has come to stay. And my husband has already told me that you're already pregnant. This pregnancy is not going anywhere. So so after the 4th month I battled with that woman, I didn't see that woman in my dream again till December. I put to bed on the 25th, just like I told God, behold my baby, her name is Eliana. Holy Spirit gave me her name when I went to do gender check. The Holy Spirit said her name will be Eliana. God answered. People of God, look at my daughter Eliana. Please join me and thank God. What God cannot do,